Hi, this is Linda with Casey Creations by Linda, taking you on a tour of my latest creation. The paper set comes from Sugar Pepper Press, and I will put a link to her store in the description box in case you want to pick up your own set and you're crafty and want to make your own journal. It's a beautiful set. I'm calling it Autumn's Best. It does measure 9 by 6 and it has a 4.5-inch spine. On the front, I have cut out the little pumpkins that are what the image is behind. I just cut out the pumpkins and overlaid them. And they hold these little cards. This is the acetate card. You can see the fence with the old pumpkins stacked up against it. And all the cards are backed, as usual, with another layer of cardstock, so they're very durable and won't bend on you. Everything has been distressed inked all the way around. And these little pumpkins here hold these pumpkins. We have some crocheted lace with some satin ribbon running through it. As the bow, it is tied with some golden cream crocheted lace. And I've got some little dangles here. We've got a pumpkin, an autumn leaves, pumpkin, autumn leaves, and another little pumpkin. This is a jump ring journal. So it has all the pages are with the jump rings. And here they are, if you can see them there. And the pages turn very easily with the jump rings. The first section is some caramel chiffon ribbon that I've used as closure, and we've got a little flip going here, little angled pocket. It's an old lantern, some beautiful flowers, pumpkins underneath the stool. And then I just put this on from decoration. It's exactly what is underneath it. It's a little jars of popcorn. And up here we have another tiny little pocket. And again, it's got an acetate window on it. All the pretty pumpkins sitting around. And it has 4 little pullouts. Put a little black eyelet in there just to pick up some of the darker colors. And there's 4 of them. They all fit right in between the cardstock. Beautiful old broom with a flannel cup towel hanging there. There's a pumpkin being weighed. And there's a lantern, little pumpkin sitting on some books. And it swings open. I've cut out the flower and the pumpkin there. Let's see if I can find something tiny enough to put in there so you can see. And that is exactly what is underneath. And you've got some long cards here. Pumpkins, beautiful flowers. Make a good bookmark. There's an old porch swing with a nice flannel blanket, fluffy pillow. And over here we have a flip going this way. I've fussy cut out the little wooden box there full of pumpkins. And there is a ton of fussy cuts in this set. I think there's 4 or 5 pages and they're just full. I've got up here a little lantern and it swings just like the little popcorn jars. There's the swing, another swing with some beautiful stuffed pillows, pumpkins. And it's got a pull out from the top. Here's one of the fussy cuts. I made it into a little dangle. And there's some pumpkins with some candles, rocking chair with a blanket, on an old porch. And then it swings open. I've cut out around the basket and the flannel blanket there. It's filled with apples, some books, pumpkins, jars of probably jellies and jams. And here we've got a big pocket here. It says Autumn Daydreams. And I cut it out, made a little slit for the pocket there. There's some boots filled with wildflowers, pumpkin pies. I'll keep these and let you see these first. And then I cut out the other fence post and made a little pocket there. And this is one of her cut and create cards. She gives you all the pieces that you need, and you can collage it any way you want it. Got some little squares there, fussy cut of flowers, pumpkins in a box, sending autumn cheer. Just fit back in there. It says, wishing you cozy moments, crisp mornings, and a harvest of happiness. And this one is just a little note to say you're thought of and appreciated this season and always. These are fun to make. And then in the very back, we've got a really large card. Rounded off the corners. Nice journaling space. And it turns. And this is some gold chiffon ribbon. Got another one of the pretty fussy cuts, some flannel blankets all folded up there. Cut out around the pumpkins there. Completes the image. There's a, looks like a pumpkin and pecan pie. And we have a little squirrel that stole an acorn. Has to pull out from the top. Angled right here, there we go. And we've got baskets full of apples. And it swings open this way. Little pocket here. Again, completes the beautiful flower. And then over here we have a flip. We've got a big cutout here in the pocket, and there's a goose. These beautiful flowers, old watering can. There's the table set, pumpkins. And up here, this is another one of the fussy cuts. It has a pull out from the side. It's coffee with a pumpkin. And it swings open this way. And this is a little pull-out notebook. And again, I've cut around the lantern there, and the bow fits right into the image. Little notebook. This is 2 layers of cardstock, so you can hold it and write on it. It's firm enough. And I think there is 8 or 10 double-sided papers in here. Just some little brads tied with some orange baker's twine. Here we've got one of the little leaves, and you just turn it, and the acetate window lifts up. And I've just got a card here, and it swings, because there's the same image underneath. And this is just tied with some jute. And then this card, I just fussy cut out some of the pumpkins that were there and put them on some foam dots. And here I covered the little picture frame with some acetate, so it looks like glass. And there's the pretty image underneath. I left my little swing. I thought he was so cute. Just turn the little key. And then on this side, we've got some peach colored ribbon. Little flip here, pocket, completes the image. This is some sari silk. It's got a pull out from the top. Beautiful metal pot there filled with apples and pumpkins. And it swings open, and here you've got some shutters. I made them with it open, you can see underneath. Then we have a flip here, and I have made a belly band out of the pumpkins. You can see there. And that's exactly what's underneath. And we get 2 little journaling cards. And it has a pull out from the top. Another journaling card, got some lines there. And it flips open, angled pocket. Some pine cones and some burlap. And here's an elastic band, and you can put a ton of stuff on here because it will stretch out to accommodate it. Get all my cards out here. You can see, I can slide it down, it's the same image that's underneath. Pumpkin. Some books. Pumpkins, sunflowers. And there's a truck full of pumpkins going to market, I would guess. And then it flips this way. This is some caramel ribbon. We have a little flip here, pocket. Another one of the acetate window cards. And a little journaling card, and I put a little pumpkin on it. There's the pretty old room. It has a pull out from the top. And there's our chicken in her little house with some pumpkins. And it flips open. And here I've cut out around the books and the lantern. See it there? For these fussy cuts. I just backed them with some paper, cardstock. Then here we have this trunk. And I fussy cut out some corn there. It's all stacked with all those blankets. We have an old room with some autumn leaves. I love this wooden cart. It's little wooden wheels. And it has a pull out also. Pumpkin as its pull there. And it swings open this way. We've got an angled pocket there. Old bench with pumpkins and a pillow. Kitty cat, I'm sure it's watching the crows. Here, another fussy cut. I cut it out, and it's got these 2 beautiful cards. And put a little wheelbarrow there. And here, this is just a little dangle. It says Simple Pleasures. And it opens up. And there's our scarecrow that's scaring off the crow. And the kitty's watching. Another little booklet. And I believe there's 8 pages in here, all double-sided. And again, double cardstock. And then here we have a big belly band of the pumpkins, and I tied it with some polka dot ribbon there. Here's some little jars of corn. Again, you get to play with them because they all swing open. And little black brads that holds them on there. Here's a big picture, another pumpkin pie there sitting by the window to cool. Straight. Here we go. On this side, the peach ribbon again. You have a little flip up, little pocket. Completes the pretty vase there. The writing space on them. It has a pull out from the bottom. Beautiful pumpkins on a tablecloth there. And it flips up. We got an angled pocket here. This way. And I've cut out around the books. You can see it there. Some more popcorn, pumpkins. And on this flip, we've got a little gold clip here to hold it closed, little envelope. This is another one of the fussy cuts. Beautiful cards, old mason jar. Just fits right back on there. And up here, I fussy cut out some of the pumpkins to hold these fussy cuts. There's some kitties all cuddled up in the blankets. Beautiful mason jar filled with autumn flowers. And it swings open. Pocket here. It's another one of the fussy cuts. Old barn door with some lanterns. Big journaling card. And here we have a flip down. Fussy cut little bow there. There's another one of our little squirrels with his acorn. And it flips down for these large cards here. Together. There's my favorite old cart there. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful wreath with pumpkins, autumn flowers. And it swings open this way. This is some bright orange. Got a little angled pocket. Just nice, cozy, warm feel. These pages. And the fussy cuts. There's a little jar with some tiny little pumpkins in it. Little pumpkin charm. And it swings this way. Let's go over a little bit. And I've cut around the two pumpkins there. That's what is underneath. It's a little ticket. And here, there's the flip going this way. Cut out around the pumpkins. Here's the crow. Pull out from the top. Beautiful old lantern. The candle inside. Fussy cut out this rocking chair. And it opens this way. We've got a little belly band there. Completes the image. Here we have two flips, and they're tied with some twine, little metal eyelets, and it opens up. And I made the card that holds the card. This is what's underneath. Just made a big pocket. And this is another one of her cut and creates. I put some little buttons on there. Got some little sayings. Two more fussy cuts. It's wishing you a beautiful season. Here's the back. Then this card, I've cut around the pumpkin and the books to hold these pumpkins. Journaling spot on the back. And over here, let me move again. Over here we have a belly band. You just turn the little autumn leaf. And every other one has a pull-out with a secret journaling spot on the back. So if guy just wants to keep getting in the picture. There you can see the little eyelets are still going on. It's open. And the next one. Underneath, and it opens up. And here's a little folio. Excuse me. I cut out the gather there. This beautiful image, and there's Velcro here. And when you have Velcro in a journal, just stick your finger in there and grab the bottom of it. Even though it's double cardstock, it's very strong. Velcro dots. I lost it there, so you don't want to rip your paper. Fussy cut out little pumpkins there. It opens up, little pocket here, little envelope. And this little guy pulls some more too. And there's our kitty. And I fussy cut out because I love that little thing, a little wooden bar, and the mittens and scarves and gloves are hanging from it. And it flips open, pocket here and a pocket there. It says autumn leaves are falling, cozy fireside moments. There's a shelf with some jellies and pumpkins. Here, cozy fireside moment pocket, some beautiful flowers, then I cut out a side band there. I have a die that makes the pretty scallops. And then over here we have a band for another little notebook. It's tied with some yellow baker's twine. And again, there's 8 or 10, I can't remember, pages in here, all double-sided. And here is your actual journal. And it has 60 surfaces to write on. Lined, decorative. And again, it's double cardstock for its cover, so it's nice and firm for you to write on. That concludes our tour. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. Until next time, stay crafty. Bye-bye.